But yeah, we were just at L'Oreal.
Yes.
And you said something really very honest the entire time you were talking about the trends, the ups and downs, empathy. And to be honest, the first time I ever met you was at the Event Planner Expo, and you spoke about how important empathy was. And that was a moment I was like, oh, he's not an asshole.
Well, thank you.
And eventually I was like, I gotta work for this man. You're such a visionary. I love what you do. Can you explain to us why you think it's so important to preach empathy when there are a ton of people who are very successful out there who don't necessarily preach values at all?
I struggle with understanding why it would ever be not appropriate to be a nice person. I just don't understand the scenario that lends itself for you being unkind to someone. I really don't. Like, I'm an entrepreneur. Back to the comment you made, I'm high energy, I'm passionate, I like being competitive, I love those things, but I don't think those things compromise being kind, being empathetic, being compassionate. You know, I don't ever see a scenario where the right move in this situation is to be mean to that person. I don't understand that logic.
And I see it in your work. Like, I see it.
Well, now you're closer to it. You see the real truth.
Exactly.
So like to me, when something stressful happens or something bad happens, that's a time where a leader needs to take on the pressure and make it better for everyone, not start making everybody feel scared and bad. And so, you know, to answer your question, I don't understand the logic of negativity, and thus I don't deploy it.
Yeah, and you just mentioned, like, during tough times, and a lot of people saw recently tough times in the Web3 space, but you can see tonight all over and at V, which I just came for V, not blue, the most amazing event here. With all of this, like, you're seeing people who are really here, who are really excited to believe in the technology, believe in the future of the NFT space. But what about the people who are a little hesitant right now? Or these people actually who go home to their family and their family's like, are you still sure? How do you kind of approach those questions? I'm
not really passionate about convincing people that it's right. I'm really not. I have conviction in my belief in the technology. I do believe and continue to believe 1% to 2% of the projects will go on to become very important.
Say that, yeah.
I have always felt that about this brand and this leader and this artist and this team. It's the way I've always felt about it. Thus, on a day like today where I don't have a minute, this is the minute I'm gonna find to be here. But as far as convincing people or explaining to people why this is gonna work, that's been my whole life. When I launched an e-commerce website in 1996, people thought the internet was a fad. When I went all in on social media in 2006, it's 2022 now. 16 long years ago, when I bet the farm on social media, people thought it was stupid. They did. Fair enough, but they think of it stupid for a different reason because it's so fucking powerful that they're scared by it. Back then they thought it was irrelevant. So I don't mind that people think, and by the way, there was a lot of bad behavior. There was a lot of greed. There was a lot of fraud. There was a lot of get rich quick. But that happens on Wall Street too, and in real estate too, and in other businesses too. And venture capital based startups, I've seen a ton of them crash and burn. There's companies I invested $100,000 into a startup and 4 months later was out of business. This is what happens with humans in business. So what do I tell everybody? If you believe in something, you don't need to spend all your time trying to convince everybody else to believe in it too. If you believe in it, live in it, build in it, support it, do things like this, and then my actions are not about me convincing you in 2022. My actions are based on me catching up with you in 2035 and deciding who was right. So I'm gonna stay quiet in convincing, I'm gonna stay loud in my conviction of the macro technology and the opportunity, but then at the end of the day, the judge and the jury is not who's louder, who's a better debater, who's a better convincer, it's the truth. The truth was the internet was not a fad. The truth was social media changed the world. And the truth is, in 15 years, NFTs will be a part of our lives on a daily basis like social media and apps are. And we'll play that game of I told you so all over again.
Amazing. Thank you, Gary. One last question, because I know how much work went into V today,
yes.
And I know firsthand how valuable your time is. Why take the time to come here tonight?
From the day I saw this project and the day I I believe in my intuition. I'm obsessed with my intuition. I actually want everybody here to be more obsessed about their intuition. And so
intuitive one.
And so I have intuitively, from the second I saw the art, I felt this project. I minted this project, right? I didn't buy on secondary, I minted this project, and then I bought more on secondary. And then when I started to get to know the team, and I believe in Yam, and I believe in the team, and I believe in the community, and so for me, in an area where there's so few minutes for me in this 48 hours, there was only one thing I wanted to do outside of the Vayner world, and it was this. And you know, I didn't have the time to dress up and be as snazzy as everybody. Everyone's looking really proper.
Where's your blue?
Yeah, I kept it. This was all I could bring to the table, but I wanted to show support. I wanted Yam and the team to see my face. I wanted to say congrats. I wanted to say good luck. I wanted to say I wish you well. I hope tonight's a very special night for the community, and it's because I believe in it.
Well, that is more than enough. Thank you so much for being here.